Hello, welcome to the Unseen World channel. If you're enjoying the content, please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to stay updated on all my latest videos. Thanks for watching. In this video, we are going to know about the most famous serial killers. Number 1. Ted Bundy. He was an American serial killer who committed a string of murders and assaults during the 1970s, targeting young women across multiple states. Despite being arrested multiple times and even serving jail time, Bundy managed to escape custody twice before he was finally caught for good. Bundy's good looks and charisma helped him to appear innocent and charming to many people, and he acted as his own lawyer during the trials, which made for a dramatic and controversial legal proceeding. Bundy was ultimately sentenced to death and was executed by electric chair in 1989. His crimes and twisted psychology have made him one of the most infamous and reviled serial killers in history, and his story continues to fascinate and horrify people to this day. Number 2. Jeffrey Dahmer. He was an American serial killer and cannibal who murdered at least 17 men and boys between 1978 and 1991. He was known for his bizarre and gruesome acts, which included dismembering and consuming his victims. Dahmer's crimes were discovered in 1991 when one of his victims managed to escape and went to the police. When authorities searched Dahmer's apartment, they found evidence of his crimes, including human remains and body parts stored in his refrigerator and freezer. Dahmer was arrested and eventually confessed to his crimes, stating that he had a compulsion to kill and consume his victims. His trial was highly publicized, and he was found guilty of 15 counts of murder and sentenced to life in prison. In 1994, Dahmer was beaten to death by a fellow inmate in prison. Despite the horrific nature of his crimes, Dahmer's case has been the subject of extensive study in the fields of criminology and psychology, with many experts attempting to understand what drove him to commit such heinous acts. Number 3. John Wayne Gacy, also known as the Killer Clown, was an American serial killer who murdered at least 33 teenage boys and young men between 1972 and 1978. Gacy was known for his involvement in community events and for dressing up as a clown to entertain children. He used this facade to lure his victims to his home, where he would sexually assault and murder them, burying their bodies in the crawl space underneath his house. Gacy was eventually caught when police discovered evidence linking him to the disappearance of a young man who had been last seen with him. When authorities searched Gacy's home, they discovered the bodies of his victims. Gacy was convicted of his crimes and sentenced to death in 1980. He was executed by lethal injection in 1994. Gacy's case is notable for the number of victims he claimed and for the fact that he was able to conceal their bodies in his home for an extended period of time. It is also notable for the fact that Gacy's public persona as a clown and community figure was a stark contrast to his private life as a sadistic killer. Number 4. Jack the Ripper is the name given to an unidentified serial killer who is believed to have murdered at least 5 women in the Whitechapel district of London in 1888. The killer's identity remains a mystery to this day, and his gruesome acts of violence have captured the public's imagination for over a century. The victims, who were all prostitutes, were found with their throats slit and their bodies mutilated in a way that suggests the killer had some medical knowledge. The Ripper was known for his ability to evade capture, despite the best efforts of the police and the public. His crimes sparked widespread panic and fear in the city. Many theories have been put forth regarding the identity of the Ripper, but none have been proven conclusively. The case remains one of the most famous unsolved mysteries in the history of criminology, and it continues to fascinate and intrigue people to this day. Time for a small question. Which one of these serial killers seems more shocking? Please write your answer in the comment part and let us know what kind of subjects you are more into. Thank you very much for watching.